Happy Monday. I mean, honestly, whatever day it is for you, because I feel like at this point, people will just listen to the podcast whenever they want to or re-listen and all of the things. Also, I'm wearing a bathing suit tab, like as a bra. Side note. Like the most irrelevant side note ever. Um, Welcome to Steps Forward with Ricki. If this is your first time here, this is a walking podcast. We take steps forward in our life and we take them in our day. And I want you to be walking and putting one foot in front of the other. That's really important. And you guys, I got to be honest. I'm not nervous for this episode because I'm never nervous to talk. Let's be serious. But, I've had some big changes in the last week. I had a producer that was producing my podcast for the last year. We started this together. I mean, he helped me build this, and he's really talented. And we're not working together anymore. And it's totally okay. Like we're on good terms, nothing to do with that. Just like at some point you have to move forward with projects and clients and people. And so this is like new territory for me in the sense of, I'm not used to podcasting on my own. I mean, I always record it on my own, but he usually just edits it and does little things to it and, all the things. So change. I want my podcast. There's a certain level of professionalism. There's a certain level of, the way that it sounds and the way that it feels and the way that you feel it and the way that, it sounds to you. That's so important to me, And I think that it's going to be okay. Well, I know it's going to be okay. And I really, truly believe that the universe sends us signs, signals, and it says, okay, like you're ready for the next thing. And maybe for me, the next thing is just to do this on my own for a little bit or change it up a little bit, rebrand, maybe, just create some freedom in this podcast to just add things to it. If I want to add a second episode, I can do whatever I want, or, I don't really know, but I think that's okay. It's okay not to know. If you're going through a change in your life right now, maybe the ending of something, maybe a client or a job is the ending of it, or, you're moving places or the ending of a relationship, or you're walking away from something. It's okay not to know exactly where you're going. Doesn't mean you're not supposed to go. I think you are supposed to go. I think that there are things that start and then the things that end, and it's okay. Am I going to have to get my feet on the ground and figure out how to do all this shit? Absolutely. But that's okay. I got this cool studio now. I mean, if that wasn't a sign, right? I've been kind of working towards this doing it on my own, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to need you guys to be a little patient as I figure it out, right? Like I got to figure out the right sound and all the things. And so just stay on the journey with me, because we change and we evolve and we take steps backwards and we have to readjust and redo all the things. And right now I'm in that place. I'm actually in that place in general. I feel, and I'm sure you can relate, I feel like I'm on a verge of like a breakthrough or a breakdown. I haven't decided yet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm on a breakthrough. I'm going through a breakthrough. Like I'm quantum leap. I can feel it in my bones. And sometimes when you are leveling up in your life or in your business, you have to just sort of get stuck with the old stories. The old stories come in and they're like, hey, you sure you're ready? Like, let me test you one more time. And I've honestly been feeling very resistant towards this next level version of me. I mean, I feel it in my body. Like it's such a familiar feeling where I used to get it when I was smoking all the time. I used to get it when I was younger. It was like, don't take that, do that action, but like you don't want to, and so you don't do it. It's like that. It's like, that's exactly what it is. That's the best way to describe it, is I want to do something. I feel like I should do it, not should because I have to, but like I should do it. I really should do certain things. They're good. They're good to do sometimes. And then I have this block. It's an emotional block sometimes, it feels like. And yeah, that's really hard for me because it's so familiar. It's like you do all this work on yourself and you're transforming your life and you've actually transformed your life. And then this old bullshit stuff comes back and it's like, ooh, you sure you got this? So I've been feeling very resistant towards this next level version of me. And I know it is impossible for me to stay where I'm at, like truly impossible, because that's just not who I am as a person or a leader, as an entrepreneur. I cannot stay where I'm at. Neither can you. You know, the next level version of you requires more bravery. It requires you to get a little bit uncomfortable. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone and make a fucking move. It requires you to make new decisions. And then your nervous system comes in and it's like, yo, bitch, not today. That's what mine says to me. Like I literally just imagine her being like, yo, Ricki, girl. Like, we are staying put. Oh, you want to create that? You want to do this? You want to do that? Like, girl, no. Let's just stick to what works. But I can't. I can't, because I got to keep growing. I got to keep going. And so do you. You know, the next level version of me has a certain desire. You know, the next level version of me is doing all of these things and talking on all different topics and offering different programs and seminars. And I keep talking about it all the time in my podcast, because it's my safe space to like just say whatever I want. And so I talk about this next level version of me and like that something is coming, and it is. But I haven't done it yet fully. You know, I haven't leaned totally into these new things that I want to do. And I know that. But it's okay. I mean, it's okay and it's not okay, because I know that I will. And when I talk about it on the podcast, it's not because like I'm telling you I'm going to do something and I'm not going to do it. It's like that you can hear the emotional block of like, okay, she wants to do this. She knows she can, but what's the block? And if I talk about it out loud, I feel like I can work through it. And maybe you're experiencing that. And it's okay. It's okay to have all these things you want to do it, and maybe you don't do them all at once. But I'm going to do them because I have to do them. Not because I have to, someone's making me, because the next level version of me, the next level version of you requires you to be next level. I cannot stay where I'm at, because if I only have one program and one thing and one this and one that, then how do I ever evolve? And I want to help a lot of people, and I want to grow as a human, and I want to grow as a person, and you know what I mean? And the next level version of me wants to call in a relationship too. Like, do you guys have a number that I can call? Because I really would love it. I haven't thought about being in a relationship or being with somebody in so fucking long. I've been so focused on my career and myself, which has been incredible. And I don't want to lose that focus, because the next level version of me needs to be focused. But I also want to have someone with me on the journey. I didn't think I was going to talk about that tonight, but yeah, I don't know if you feel like you just have a block, and the old me would smoke the block away. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to smoke tonight and like today, and I don't have to think about the emotional block that I feel. But now I don't, there's nowhere to fucking go, right? I have a business, I have a program, I got my podcast, I cannot just not feel the resistance and move through it, because my life depends on it, in the sense of like, I want to be better. I want to keep improving. I want to keep being successful. I want to keep helping people. I want to keep growing. And so if I don't feel the resistance or acknowledge it or deeply dive into it or share it with you, then I don't get to change it. So I do this shit in real time, because this is real life. This last week and a half, I have felt a lot of resistance to putting myself out there, towards marketing my program. I can't explain the feeling. It just feels like I take a step forward to do something, and then there's this voice that says, not today. And I'm like, okay, tomorrow. But I'm telling you right now, you cannot. You can take little breaks for sure, but you cannot let that little voice, that scared little person inside of you, tell you that it's not the time. This is the only time. I don't want to be destructive, right? You don't want to be destructive. We cannot. We got to keep moving. So I plan, right? I plan things out. Okay, you're going to do this at this time. You're going to do this, and there's room for flexibility. You're going to fucking get your ass up, and you're going to sit in the chair, and you're going to podcast, not because you always want to, but because you love it, and you do love it so much. But just because you don't feel like doing it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And you might feel scared to sign up for my program and walk away from weed, or get your ass to the gym, or end that relationship, or maybe the old beliefs are starting to come in, to telling you you can't do it. Whatever it is you're trying to do, it's okay. That makes sense. We can bring a part of the old with us even as we enter the new. And we can also just be like, go fuck yourself. I'm not today. So something that I've been doing is I really just repeat these things out loud. Like I repeat things out loud to myself. Like, you're okay. You're great. You're safe. Like, we do this. We do that. You know, I repeat my goals out loud. I talk about, you know, I make $20,000 a month. I have this podcast. I'm with the love of my life. Like, we are not who we used to be. And, you know, I tell myself these things, not because I always believe them in the moment, but because, like, somebody has to do it. And my old self and my old stories and my old bullshit is definitely not going to. Please don't be destructive. Please do not be destructive. I feel bad for this resistance. I feel sad about it. I honestly do, but it's okay, because I think it's here for a reason. I know it's here for a reason. And for you too, you know, when there's resistance towards something, it's either because it's not aligned, it's not right, or it's your nervous system, your subconscious, like really not knowing the next step to take, or being really scared. My like body is scared of this next little version of me, because I can't even imagine what I'll be able to do. I mean, I've done so much already. So it's like, it's fear. And I don't want to live my life scared. Neither do you. You don't. You can't. How the hell are you going to do anything if you do it? So can you talk to yourself and say, okay, I hear you. I see you. We're safe. We're good. Let's keep going. Let's show up, even when we don't want to. Because when you show up, you grow up. And becoming the next level version of you requires you to grow up a little bit and take responsibility for your life and your actions and your decisions. Oh, I love podcasting. That just felt amazing. I don't know if this episode, I can't even talk right now. This episode is going to be that great, like editing wise, but I don't really care, because I'll figure it out. You can't figure everything out at once. So we'll figure it out together, right? Okay. Hope you had a great walk. A few announcements. You're going to stick around for this. So we have the Walking Away From Weed program on September 6th. If you are struggling and you're thinking about walking away, fell off track, maybe it's been a month for you. It really doesn't matter where you're at on the journey. I encourage everybody to join this program, because this program is so transformative. It's so much more than weed. It can really, truly, the things that you're going to learn in this program, you can apply to any area of your life. And that's why it's so powerful, is because it's not just a journey about weed. And I hear it all the time. You know, I listen to your podcast, you know, I'm good. Like, I'm this, I'm that. I'm a couple weeks into my journey. And I'm like, you're not looking at this you're not looking at this in the right way. Like, this is not a weed journey. This is a journey of transformation. The journey of transformation is never ending. So the program helps you walk away from weed, but it keeps you away from weed, right? Like, where do you want to be in 3 months from now, 5 months from now, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year from now? And if you look at it like that, you realize, like, it's not really about the fact that you're ready or not ready, or maybe you've already walked away. It's about getting into a space that will expand you and help you evolve on your journey of walking away from weed, but really on your journey of transformation. You're going to learn so much. You learn how to break the destructive loop that you're in. I'll teach you how to reframe and reprogram your mindset. It can be applied to so many different things in your life. Every single person that does the program literally walks out of it and says, wow, like, I've been to rehab, I've been to therapy, I've been all of the things. And I truly don't know that I've ever felt this empowered or transformed. And there are 100 days, 150 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 60 days. I mean, they're off They haven't smoked. That's how you know something is really working, right? And it's incredible. And they're getting job promotions and ending relationships that aren't right because they have access to their intuition now. Less anxiety, losing weight, eating better, clear skin, making more money, starting businesses because they have space. So when you look at it like that, it doesn't really matter where you're at in your journey because the journey is never ending. And you want to be really solid for what happens if you fall off track, right? You want to have tools. You want to make a real transformation. And I know this program will transform your life. And listen, here's the other truth is that it's never just going to be one thing that you do. It's not just one therapy appointment. It's not just one program or one mentor or one this, right? It's a combination of all different kinds of things that you do in your life. You know, I want to work with people for their whole transformation just because we're always evolving. I mean, look at me. I am almost 1 year from smoking. I have done so many incredible things. And look what happened this past week. Like some new shit came up, actually some old shit, right? And I have resources that I use for when this stuff comes up because I know it's not just a walk away from weed journey or this thing. It's like, no, this is real shit and this shit's going to keep coming up and you got to keep expanding. You got to keep having tools. So this program is for anyone that wants to expand, to grow, like to literally reprogram and reset and rewrite. Not just your journey of weed, your journey of transformation. And then after the program, there's so many opportunities for us to go deeper. And I love that. I love helping people start businesses and heal and transform. And, you know, that's the part of me that is going to do that other stuff. And I'm doing it behind the scenes with a lot of my clients that have went through the program. So if you're listening to this and you already did the program, come join again if you fell off track. Even if you're a couple months into your journey, everyone needs a refresher. I'm telling you. Get into the space. I was about to be like, get into space. I'd love to see your face. Okay, I did. I clearly just did it. Anyways, that's it. I love you. I'm here for you. I know my podcast is like so supportive and it helps you in so many different ways, but it's not enough. Let's bring them all together. All the resources, all the tools. Okay, Ricki, we get it. I know you fucking get it. I'm done. But reach out if you need me. I'll link everything in the show notes, and I'm here for you. I'm not even going to say I'm here for you when you're ready. I'm here for you even when you're not ready. It's probably when I actually can help you the most. Okay. Goodbye. Love you. See you later. Should I say I love you one more time, or is this getting crazy? I really hope this is someone's not their first time listening to my podcast. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? All right. Goodbye. We out.